NWA court is in full effect. Judge Dre residing. In the case of NWA versus the police department, prosecuting attorneys are MC Ren, Ice Cube, and Easy motherfucking E. Order. Ice Cube, take the motherfucking stand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help your black ass? Goddamn right. Won't you tell everybody what the fuck you gotta say?
I have here before me electrical information devices for universal tyrannical womb-to-tomb surveillance, causing a very serious dilemma between our claim to privacy and the community's need to know.
Surveillance is a result of racist anxiety. What anxiety doesn't have to do with race? Education, relationships, professions, food, dress, wealth, opportunity. All of these can be sources of anxiety, but all of these have to do with race. The global village only exists because of the fatal isolation of those cast in the light. When Clark's body falls, a larger body rises. It is a segmented, immobile, frozen space. Each individual is fixed in his place. And if he moves, he does so at the risk of his life. Though he may be the most recent, Clark is not the only one.
I was shot in the abdomen and it like ricocheted throughout my whole body. I really am an innocent man. I didn't do anything wrong.
I can't escape the fact that I was shot by a police officer. I feel trapped. What was, in place that was perpetuating this cycle.
Surveillance is supposedly an intelligence gathering operation. There's nothing intelligent about targeting unarmed black men and other people of color.
This is happening in real time. This is what it looks like to make a life-changing decision. To slow it down would imply that this doesn't happen all the time. That this was a unique moment in time to be dissected and rationalized. To speed it up would mean to lose the integrity of this moment. To lose the authenticity of what each individual did. What each person is responsible for, how the decision was made, again and again and again. What is the visibility that we want? What do we notice? Is it gender, race, sexuality, status? Is it the way the light from the police officers seems to form a monster? We are all anxious. This is the medicine we take, the pill shoved down our throats. How do we normalize surveillance, and what did we lose in the process? Surveillance has been integrated into our everyday lives. Outrage at the derogatory and violent treatment of people of color is what triggered the use of body cameras in the first place. Acts of terror were responded to with increased use of surveillance and an increase in racial profiling. Neither of these countermeasures have proved successful enough in preventing acts of terror and harm to American people. Yet these techniques continue to be used. As I walk down the street, I can't help but keep track of the number of cameras, police officers, doormen, and individuals who watch me as I go. As I stare directly into the surveillance camera's lens, I wonder if anyone is looking back. Who sits on the other side of the camera? Who sits at the center of the panopticon? What do they see when they look at me? What would I see if I looked at them? When the police looked at Savon Alonzo Clark, they saw a black man. That was all they needed to see, all they cared to see. Visibility is a trap. And now, even when we have learned to use the power of visibility ourselves, we still don't have the keys. This newfound visibility may have formed a village, but we are still under the rule of a tyrant.
It can work in the way that it has the potential to help the people. That's why it was created in the first place, right? But like many things with good intentions, it was bound to fail from the very beginning because of the system that it was implemented within. In the South, policing began literally to keep slavery institutions in place. Now you take that and you put it into modern-day America, where colonialisms continue to be propagated within almost every aspect of American life, from public primary education to housing financing. How can surveillance perform its espoused functions when in reality it can only operate within settings of institutionalized racism? Surveillance allows people like Stephon Alonzo Clark to get shot dead, while the people who killed him are excused with a slap on the wrist.
And if that doesn't fuck you up inside, then you're a part of the problem.
This is America. Don't catch you slipping now. Don't catch you slipping now.